Hi everyone, my name is Devashish and in today's video we shall be discussing the PLC, which is the product life cycle. Now the reason why I want to discuss the product life cycle is that with a proper understanding of a PLC you can understand or you can figure out when is the right time to add on to features or to make changes in the features of the product. Now if you look, I will add a PLC diagram to the screen at the moment. And if you look at the diagram, you will figure out that there are essentially four stages of a product life cycle. So it starts with, it starts with infancy and then goes to growth, then to maturity, and then to a decline. So what does it say? That a product, if not worked with features or with additional features or a little bit of pivot here and there, is bound to go for a decline. Now, when or how do you understand that you have reached the maturity is the important question. Now, let me quickly go through the features at each stage. So when you are in your, say, the infancy stage, you have low sales, you have high cost per consumer, you have financial losses because many times you will actually be burning your cash just to make people aware of the product. And then you have to focus on innovative customers who are experimenting or experimental in nature, and at the same time you have very few competitors. So that's the infancy stage. But then beyond the infancy stage is the growth stage, when you actually have picked up the market and then you're getting some good traction. And how do you identify if you are in the you are in the growth stage? First, you have increasing sales then in your infancy stage. Second, the cost per consumer starts to fall. Now this is important. You have to have this ratio with you every day. A good marketer, a good leader will always make this calculation every day in the morning to see if the cost to acquire or retain a consumer is increasing or decreasing, right? The third thing is that, and perhaps the most common one, is that the number of consumers increase when you are in the growth spur. And also you have few additional competitors. But once you are over this growth spur, you come into the maturity stage, and this is where you have to add features. You know why? Because the next stage is the decline stage. So let me first tell you what are the key features of a maturity stage. Number one, your sales are at its peak, right? The second is that the cost per consumer is at the lowest. Third is that your profits are at the highest, right? And fourth, you have now covered a mass market, right? And then one important thing here is that now you have a stable number of competitors. So you're not the only one. People have identified that the thing that you're doing, the idea or the business that you're working with is getting some good profits, and you have some really good competitors in the market. Now this is perhaps one of the biggest flags that, hey, you have sustained, you have a good amount of competitors in the market. And the next thing that you will see is, because of the competitors, you will have a falling sale. The cost per consumer, the cost for acquiring and retaining the consumer will surge. The consumer base will contract, and the number of competitors as well will fall. Now, this is the decline stage, because you don't decline. I mean, you're not the only one who declines. There are other competitors facing competition as well, right? You are a competitor to your competitor, right? So the idea is that if you are able to identify the decline stage, you have to come up with solutions, which could be pricing, remodeling. It could be the product remodeling. It could be a new product design, could be a new service design, could be anything, could be packaging, people, price, place, any of the 4 P's. But you will have to think which one affects your consumers the most and make those changes when you are in the maturity stage. It's super important. Unless you do that, you will have a decline phase, and as a business, having decline phase is a really, really bad thing to go or suffer from. Well, if you really need some business consultation, or you need professional help in designing or strategizing your growth phases, or perhaps identifying which phase you are in at the moment, you can always get in touch with us using the contact link given below. And if you like the content, please do like, share and comment on this. At the same time, do subscribe to this channel. We will keep updating you with some amazing content much like this. Have a great day. Bye bye.